Charlotte Pascoe, you are responsible for 45 franchised offices in Australia. What's your biggest tip for generating free valuations, listing appointments?
So one thing that I've created in the past that's been exceptionally successful is a property health check. So basically, I've got some of our directors calling up their clients, introducing themselves and saying, hi, I'm the business owner, because it's a franchise system, and offering to have a discussion with them about where their property's sitting. So the market's changed in Australia. We're coming out of a really tough time. Values, we'd like to think, are going up a little bit. So touching base and identifying whether or not that person is considering or would like to expand their portfolio. So what can we do? Can we create a maintenance fund, for example? So if we know the carpet and the paint's getting old, why don't we start a slush fund, so that when the tenant moves out, we can repaint, we can increase the value. That helps generate a higher yield. It also helps generate capital growth. Okay, so by doing that...
So that's for a rental property. What about resi sales properties? You know, people that have moved, owner-occupiers that are in the house. Are you bringing those up?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
A stay-in-touch policy?
Always. Okay. Never lose touch.
So let me share with you what happens in the UK, okay? You put the house in the market, you sell it, someone buys it. It takes around, on average, 19 weeks from agreeing the sale to actually the keys and the money's handing over. And then what happens is your job as an estate agent is to blank your buyer and seller.
What do you mean blank?
Well, basically, your job is totally to ignore them as if they didn't exist. So no communication. Honestly,
we have trail communication plans. So we have categories in our database. So you're a buyer. You've just purchased a property. You're now
well, people only move on average in the UK every 16 years. So what's the bloody hell of, excuse my French, of chasing someone if they're not going to move for 16 years?
Call me crazy, but they probably know someone who will, right?
Probably.
So why not be an agent of choice? Why not provide them with a huge amount of information about their property, about the market, about community, about anything that's not necessarily, do you know someone who's got a property? But then once you create that relationship, you can then ask, do you know someone?
We don't do that.
Well, there's your opportunity. You can double your income overnight by asking that question, staying in touch with them. Because if no one's doing it in the UK, be the first to do it.
Would it surprise you that only 12% of people go back to their original agent?
And that feeds back to, they would if they had a relationship with you. They trust you.
Amazing, isn't it?
12%.
12%.
That's really low.
Is there a big data firm in the UK who do an awful lot of tracking agents, going through their CRM systems, and that was the number that was given to me. And my mouth just dropped on the floor.
Well, there's your opportunity.
And the other opportunities that we were talking about. So what? Okay, so
you've got a whole database. People want to be able to sell more properties.
Forget the landlord for a second. Let's come back to residential sales. Are you just basically? Let's just assume you had one of your franchisees who didn't have any systems at all, which is unheard of, I'm sure. But I'm sure. What's the first thing you'd be saying? Just pick up all your old files and start ringing up saying, "Can I come round for a yearly checkup?"
Absolutely. Start a database. So I would be going through...
They've already got the database.
If they've got... Start calling them. Hi, I haven't spoken to you. Well, the first thing is permission to stay in touch, permission to update, permission to... it depends on who they are and you know, the last time you spoke with them. But if they've been in their home for a couple of years, it would be permission to touch base with them and provide them with some information. We've created marketing ploys so we can call them up and say, hey, did you get this in the letterbox? We've started this free giveaway. Do something that subscribes people into it.
America, they send birthday cards and Christmas cards and things like that.
Yeah.
No, you're not telling me that, are you?
Yeah, we have to order our Christmas cards in, they would have just been done in September.
Okay.
They go out to the offices and they're going to spend the next 2 months writing a hell of a lot of Christmas cards.
Do you really think that works?
It's all about the relationship. If they trust you and they like you, then they'll come back. And if they don't come back because they've bought their forever home, they'll know somebody else who's going to make a real estate transaction in the next little while. So if they know you and someone's talking about it at the dinner table, they go, oh, you should speak to such and such. They're great.
It comes back down to, is it people or is it a company that people ask out for an estate agent? And in Australia, it's all about the person, isn't it?
Yeah, it is about the brand, but predominantly it's about the brand within a brand, which is the person.
And I think we in the UK could learn a lot from you guys in Aussie.
I think you could revolutionise real estate.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.